how do Figaf handle migrations of dual stack objects? Because we only see you migrate icons, and the reason is it's a lot easier to work with icons in a lot of cases. But if you have a dual stack object, the object works much the same. There can be some small variations because our focus is on a dual stack object, but the models, all this is the same. Okay, so here you have the dashboard. I've filtered on some objects here that have a specific tag that I've just added. That's called dual stack. So I only see the ones that I want to use in this demo. And this is a good way also to label icons and manage your project, waves, etc. First, I want to get the details about this. So here we have, I would have expected that the filtered report, maybe I didn't open it. Let's open it. So here we have the filtered report for only the objects with this status in. So we can see here that we have the sync, what are the objects that is being used, and we have another one that is a dual stack objects with a lot of receivers. It seems like they're all using the same ICO, simple out, some different final channels on it. So all good. Okay, so let's first start with this one, because I know a lot of these scenarios you want to use pipeline for. So demo is complex, and then we select the pipeline concept, pipeline all, perform a check, and we can see the details that's being set up for it. We can add the sender interface name, the XSLTs that's being used, and whether or not we want to deploy this. After migration, we can skip the IDOC processing. You don't need that if it was IDOC here. We have the channel mappings. All this looks good. So we just say, hey, check. We can change names of this. So we just need change the names. Perform check. And now we can press migrate, and this would migrate all the artifacts into our new package, deploy it, configure it, and then we actually have a full pipeline concept that we can actually test on this. Really cool, all in one go, making it really easy for you to deliver SAP integration in this way. Okay, the other way is, okay, what about dual stack objects? So we also support this. So let me just create a new object here. I just select here, it is local process. Local process is our recommended way to do it. Synchronous process, it has error handling. You could also use the single process if you wanted to know a big change here. We have added 2 communication channels to it. We have the message mappings, and this is working with the same algorithms as all the other scenarios we have. We just need to check that the user credential is added. And voila, we can preview what this iFlow would look like. It looks pretty good. So we perform a check, and then we migrate. And this will then migrate this specific iFlow and deploy it. No, we skip deployment, but let's just open it once it's finished. So now the synchronization is finished, and we can open our iFlow here. We can see what we have. We can see we've added the message mapping. We have added this flow here. And we have some error handling. I don't think it makes too much sense to have that kind of error handling on a synchronous one, but you can always remove it if you want to. We will just say deploy. And now we want to create a test case for it. And this is, remember, this is a dual stack object, so we just go in here, select rear, dual, spelled correctly. We fetch the next messages that's being processed, or we could look historic messages. And then let me just send a message in. 2 messages. So we can pull these. And since it's synchronous, we are getting one incoming message in, and then it produced 3 outbounds for the different stages that we have. The first message we got when we're sending the message to the receiving system, the response, and then we're getting the message we're sending back to the user. Okay, so that's good. We create a test case on it, and we delete the future recordings here just to clean up. And that means once we go here, we can migrate the test cases, and we will select the one we just created, migrate to CPI. We'll just add it to the same test suite. Generally, I recommend that you have test suites for PI and CPI. And here we can go in and say, okay, where is it that we can find the details about these things? And we have selected the response from the service we want to see here. And then the last one, I guess, is activity 6. Here we will see the end event of this process. So now just say save. And now we have actually migrated this test case onto our system. We can say run. And this will then send the message into the iFlow. It will most likely fail, or we'll send both messages into it. It will fail because this is not configured correctly. It's handling a wrong server. We should set it up via Cloud Connector, etc. But we would always be able to create custom channels for this. So let's see here. It complains about something. It is that there is a diff here on timestamp. We can just ignore that. And we run the comparison again. And now hopefully this one is successful. We want to test it end to end, and we don't want to change the system here. So obviously you should just add this to the Cloud Connector, change the URL here, etc. But we also have an option here to just mock this endpoint. And that would enable us to go here to the test configuration, open test mock endpoints. And this would then allow us to actually run this on a new system, where instead of calling the real system, we are calling the Figaf tool, and thereby getting all the different benefits from handling such a landscape here. It does take a little while, so you can see here it is then creating a new iFlow with all the relevant artifacts in it. And here we can see this HTTP connection is then calling the Figaf tool via Cloud Connector, and that seems to be working quite smooth. So let's check if it has been deployed. So now the iFlow has been deployed. We can see that the messages has been processed. And if we go back to our test case, voila, we can see everything works out correctly. We even went in and ignored the timestamp that we have added to it. And this is really a good way to check that the message mappings work the same. Everything looks as it is supposed to be. I hope this gave you a good understanding of what the tool can do for dual stack objects, what is required for such scenarios, and how you can deal with them. So please do try it out. If you are on a 7.1 system or 7.11 system, a 7.3 system, not 7.31, there may be some challenges with the tool, because some of the web services we're using to build the correct models are not available. So you have either the option about inserting the upgrade disk into one of the system, take a copy of one of the servers, put in the upgrade disk, upgrade it to 7.4 or whatever you want, or 7.5, whichever is easiest. And then do the migration there. Do not migrate the full landscape, because that's just going to be a lot of work without really a lot of benefits into it. The alternative approach, if you have few integrations, is just to go in here, select the operation mapping that you want, and then select it, and then go in and say, hey, I want to use this migrate. And then you just select an iFlow where you want to put in this specific scenario, and this makes it really easy for you to work with these scenarios. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you can see that the Figaf tool can bring a lot of value also to dual stack system that avoids you having to upgrade, migrate it first and just get started with the migration. I hope you take it for a spin and see what is possible, what you can do with the tool in these conditions. Thank you.